Hello neighbor, this is Kurt with eTrailer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Thule Force 3 Rooftop Cargo Box and see how it works with our 2024 Mazda CX-50. Now, if after watching this video you decide that this is the Rooftop Cargo Box for you, and you go ahead and get it and you use it a few times, go ahead and share with us what you think about it and even send us some photos of how you're using it. We would love to share your experience with our other neighbors so they can make the best decision for themselves. Now, a rooftop cargo box is an excellent way to carry some of that extra equipment with you on your next journey, whether it's something that you just don't have room for because of other things and passengers in the vehicle, or maybe it's something that you just don't want riding in the vehicle with you. For instance, when I go camping with a rooftop box, any firewood I bring, any of the tents, tarps, anything like that it's a bit messy for that trip home, they end up here in my rooftop cargo box. Now, the box itself is 16 cubic feet, and if after watching this video you decide that you like the box, but maybe it's a little too large or even a little too small for you, this actually comes in several different sizes, all of which are available right here at etrailer.com. Now, taking a look at it, it is a clamp-mounted accessory, and what that means is it has these clamps coming out of the bottom that are going to wrap around your rooftop crossbars and hold in place really, really well. The box itself weighs about 43 pounds, so you have to take that into account when you're talking about whatever your crossbar and rooftop accessory is. When you include that weight, you have to include the weight of the box itself at 43 pounds. It is accessible from either side of the vehicle, meaning that we also have an opening like this on the other side that you can open if you wanted to mount it on the driver's side. I, however, recommend that you always mount your rooftop cargo box on the passenger side. That way, if you have to pull over in the middle of your trip and get access to it, you'll be on the opposite side of where the traffic is running. You'll be able to get in and out of it much more safely that way. We've got it mounted in a way that it's pushed forward a little bit on the crossbars. You may notice that it's a little bit front heavy, and there's a really good reason for that. But what you really want to do is make sure that the heaviest bit of your cargo ends up in between and on top of the bars. And we've got our bars situated in a way that you can get easy access to it from your second row door threshold. So if the heaviest things are going to be right there in front of you, they're going to be much easier to manage. But not only that, we wanted to make sure that we had full liftgate access while we had our box up there on the top. So as long as you've got the box moved forward a bit, you're going to have room to get in and out of your liftgate without interference. So with all that being said, let's get up in there and take a look at what's inside. So the first thing we're going to do is unlock our box. You will get a set of keys with this, and it does open from either side, both driver and passenger, as mentioned before. The cool thing about these locks, though, is that they can work with Thule's one-key system, which means if you have other Thule accessories, you have the opportunity to get everything keyed alike. So you could use the same set of keys for your box, your roof rack towers, maybe a bike rack that you got from Thule as well. It just helps keep everything a lot more organized. But we're going to go ahead and unlock our box. We're going to depress that over to the left of us, and we're going to get this red indicator that tells us that it is now unlocked. So as we get it open and in here, we could take a look at some of the different features, one of which is that I'll show you is how those clamps work. Really all they work is by twisting this down. It is a torquing mechanism, so once you get it to its right spot, you'll hear a little pop, there it went, and now we're really solid, we're really gripped on there, and it's not going anywhere. The track for it, as you can see, we've got everything the whole box kind of slid to the front, again to give us that liftgate access, but if liftgate access isn't important to you, you do have the opportunity to slide this back quite a bit more, and you do have some maneuverability depending on what your crossbar spread is. We're also going to have these loops in here that's really going to help us out when we have these tie downs and we have cargo that we don't want shifting and floating around. Now, one of the things I really like about the design of this box is that the lower end of it does have a pretty low wall, and that does make it a lot easier for somebody to get in and out of here and organize everything and get it installed and uninstalled in the first place. But the majority of the cargo space is going to come from the lid. We've got a ton of depth here, so even though open like this, it doesn't look like it'll hold much based on the bottom. Because of the height of that roof lid there, it's actually going to provide us with quite a bit. But as we get down, we can use this to simply get us closed here, just like this. Now once that latch is down, that red mark is going to disappear, and that's going to allow us to lock it. If it's not completely latched, it actually doesn't allow you to remove the key, so it'll let you know you won't accidentally drive down the road with it half open. Another feature of it that I really, really like. So I'll lock it in place, and everything's good. My cargo's secure, and I'm ready to get on with my adventure. So one more thing I wanted to mention on the CX-50 is that we've got 50-inch overhang bars on here. If we had flush bars, we would be forced to mount this more in the middle. But if you have overhanging bars and you have the opportunity to put a clamp on the outside and get it shifted more to one side, you have a great opportunity to load this up with another rooftop accessory. So this would give you an opportunity to maybe take a box and a bike or two up here, a kayak, maybe you have an awning or something you want to put up here with it. But this is going to give you the opportunity to actually use the other side of the vehicle for an entirely other accessory. So overall, I think the Thule Force 3 is a really good fit for your 2024 Mazda CX-50. I'm Kurt with eTrailer. Thanks for stopping by.